doing a pool update on my, fish pool. See all the little babies in there. They never come over here to eat, so I can actually catch a lot of film of them all. And a lot of those, like that orange and black one you can see in the middle, there are a few others similar like that, are mollies, and they were about 2 weeks old when I put them in there, and about a third the size they are now. There's a little black and gold one. The little black ones are also mollies, but a great deal of the orange or red ones, and there's a few white ones, are swordtails, and the little gray ones are chubbies. I have an interesting mix here. And they're getting absolutely huge. These little swordtails, I could barely even see them when I put them in here. It just goes to show that the more room you have, the better growth they have. But, yeah, everybody's doing good. I'm having a little trouble keeping that stuff where it needs to be, so I sort of have it anchored to a fake plant that's on that cave in there. But still loses strands. It'd be nice if I could talk today without stuttering, huh? Especially since I already talked too much. But yeah, there's my babies. I do have some cooler lotions in here. That cave right there, it has a hole that goes up into the cave, like on the inside of it, which is weird. And my coolies live in there, and they come out in the evening to eat. I've got a little piece of wood under there just in case, because I don't want them to get stuck. That would be ridiculous. They got in there without that under there, though. Little pieces of driftwood, because I have a Play-Coat in there. And that's Oscar. And I'm not sure if I can get him to come out or not. He doesn't really like to come out, but sometimes he hangs out up in the top. Ooh, there he goes. Sorry, buddy. Where'd he go? I wanted to show him off. He's gotten huge too, and he keeps the place clean, and he actually has not messed with any of my little babies. Where did he go? I can't see him. Piffle. I think he went back under the cave. He came around and went under. Not sure if you guys actually caught that or not. I'm not sure if the camera was aimed that way. Let's see. So we can try that again. There he goes. Come here, you. I really want to show him off, but if I move this stupid thing, the whole thing will explode. But Oscar was a Play-Coat I rescued when he was real little from a chicklid tank, and he had no fins. There he is. I don't know if you can see him though. He's not going to come and say hi to us. He just wants to be in his cave. Anyways, I don't normally mess with him like that. I just wanted to show him off. But he really doesn't want to, so I'm going to leave him alone now. He really doesn't mind, though. Sometimes he'll actually, when I'm putting plants or something in there, tying things down or adding food in, he'll actually come out and be like, "Hi, hands." And he doesn't like sucker to me or anything. He just kind of checks out my fingers. So, yeah. Anyways. Too many babies. But yeah, I've got a lot less than I did. I started a small business on eBay, and I sold about 30 young swordtails. The little ones, like I've gotten here, someone had purchased them, and 5 older ones that I don't have in here that are much bigger, and a couple goldfish, so that's going pretty well. A lot of people seem to be interested in my little critters, which is good for me because I get in a lot of babies and I raise them as best I can. So I've got them in a pool full of plants. I need to get some more sand in there. That's just not enough. So next trip I'm going to try to get some. I want it almost half, not quite half. Anyways, a lot of people have wondered how I put the heaters in without them burning to the sides or anything. This one I actually have leaned in. It was initially taped in because it's too long for this, but it has the wattage. See, I've got this little suction cup. Stick it to the bottom. That way it doesn't actually touch anything, so it doesn't burn anything. And it really doesn't get that hot when it's touching anything anyways. But I just wanted to make sure that it was actually at least half an inch away from the plastic, just in case. And I've got my little thermometer in the center. Should be about 78 degrees. You can see it. I'm not sure if you can. So yeah, it's about 78. And I had a heater like that little one over there, and then I had a slightly larger one, and it wasn't doing the trick. So I got the one out of my 55 gallon and put it in there. That thing's too big for a 55 gallon, so I put a 55 gallon heater in it. Anyways, here's my pool. I'm planting up that area a little bit, but when I get some deeper sand, I'm going to plant it up a little more, and I'm thinking, well, actually the Placo and the 4 coolie loaches I have in there are doing pretty well. I just never see them, which is fine. They come out at night and eat things. I've been trying to find some more coolie loaches to put in there, and I'm going to quarantine them upstairs in one of my quarantine tanks. Well, it's not really a quarantine tank because it's got plants in it, but I've got to make one. I was thinking about turning that little 10 gallon I have up there into a proper quarantine instead of just put them in there with plants. Because, you know, if you've got plants in there, you risk passing something to any new fish if it's hanging on those. Plus, it's hard to treat, especially if you need salt, and I have a lot of fish that are okay with salt. So, mollies. Yay. I already fed them. You can see they got little fat bellies. They are so chubby. I was actually worried about feeding them and not getting them enough to eat. Turns out they figured out that when I put algae wafers down over there and other vegetables and stuff for the Placo, the fish have discovered that, oh, that's where she puts the food. So if they see me over there, you see they're all milling. So they go over there and they all get enough to eat. It also makes it easier to clean it up over there too, because it doesn't spread as much. I mean, you'd think it would with all that in there, but it just kind of, most of the filth I get falls down over there, and I suck it out with turkey baster. I've got a vacuum too. It's a little more difficult since this is on the ground, but yeah, it works. These guys are all chilling out in the filter area. I put that there because I was getting a couple of small swordtails sucked in there, which I think I see one. That has not happened since the second day that I put this up. I put the basket in there. I stopped getting fish sucked up in there, but it looks like I've got one. I'm going to get him. It's not going to hurt him. They just pop out the top. It's big enough, but that's why I blocked it. I need to get a taller basket. That is actually a homemade nursery net that I put in there to try to keep some of the babies out. That filter, I'm not sure if I actually like it. I put it in there and the little adjuster actually fell out, so it's on high where I want it, but I wanted it to be lower until I could get something to block it, and that didn't work as planned. Anyways, yeah. I love my little cute fishies. They're growing well, so one of those gold dusts is going to be finding a new home soon. Someone was interested in my gold dust, so I just love all the little red spots in there to go with all the blue and green. But yeah, I'm going to turn it into a planted fun tank, I guess. Initially, it was just to be useful for growing fry and letting them have enough space to grow without overloading any of my tanks upstairs. I was getting so many babies in. I've still got some babies upstairs, but the majority are down here now. I think I've only got maybe 10 or 15 upstairs. And a few weeks ago, I had gotten in some mollies that were really, really cute. They're pitch black, and they're not half and half like that guy over there, but they look like they tried to be. They'll probably be some black gold dust. Like that little black one. There's one, I think. I'm not sure if this is going to pick them up. They're about 3/4 of an inch long now, or so. And 3 or 4 of them came out completely black, except for instead of having like the orange half body or the whole orange head, it looks like their mouths are orange. and maybe a tad around the eyes, just like they've got orange faces. And I had some black gold dust come out, start out similar to that with a little bit less, and they ended up absolutely gorgeous. It's just pitch black with like real gold instead of like yellow or orange, just around the face area or around the gill area. It's really pretty. So I'm happy about that. That little guy looks all black except for one eye. One little spot around his eye. He's got like an orange patch. They're so cute. And a friendly little fish too. They come over here and like feed me. But yeah, I'm gonna put a little snack in there. I fed them earlier today, and they're probably getting hungry about now. So this will be my pool update. I think I discussed everything without cutting myself off and starting a new sentence. I tend to do that, and I apologize. I'll start another sentence and then finish the last one later. Try not to do that. I'm just so sidetracked. I love my little fishies, and I have a lot to say about them, obviously. I've been going on for 11 minutes, so it's about my time thing on YouTube where I put my videos. So here we go. I'm going to feed them. Say hi to the awesome pool.